Okay, so let's dive in today. June 16th, 2025, something pretty significant happened in Liberia today.
Yeah, big news. A major new partnership.
Exactly. We saw it and thought, right, we need to unpack this one straight away.
Definitely worth a closer look.
We're talking about a 25 million grant agreement. It's between the Liberian government and the EU.
Signed today by Finance Minister Singapore and EU Ambassador Dupre.
So my first thought is, okay, 25 million sounds great, but what's really going on here? What does it mean for Liberia's economy?
Right. And that's the core of our mission for this deep dive, isn't it? It's not just a blank check.
Yeah.
No. The interesting part is how this money is meant to work. It's specifically aimed at boosting private businesses
Okay.
and creating jobs. Critically, it's focused on small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs.
In specific areas I saw.
That's right. Really targeted. We're looking at cassava, fishing, and wood processing.
Cassava, fishing, wood processing. Okay.
Yeah. It's about, helping them turn basic resources into actual valuable products, moving up the chain.
And the ambitions seem quite high. They're talking more jobs, especially for women and young people.
Which is crucial.
Boosting local production, cutting down on imports. Minister Ngafam called it at the right time, I think.
He did. He seemed quite positive about the timing for the private sector.
So for you listening, the real question is, how does this specific investment, focused like this, actually spark growth in these key areas?
And what are the knock-on effects, the sort of ripples we might see?
Yeah, exactly. Beyond the headlines.
Well, one key thing is it's not just cash. It's about building like an entire support system.
How so?
The grant specifically mentions strengthening local banks and financial institutions.
So making it easier for these smaller businesses to actually get loans.
Precisely. Access to capital is often a huge hurdle, right? But maybe even more than standard loans?
Oh.
Think about financial products designed for these sectors, tailored support. And it also talks about business incubators.
Incubators. So like mentorship and training.
Exactly. Mentorship, technical skills, maybe even shared facilities for processing. It's quite hands-on.
Okay, so it's nurturing them, not just funding them. That makes sense. But what about the products themselves? You mentioned moving up the chain.
Yeah, that's vital.
Is there anything in there about quality? So Liberian goods can actually, compete.
Absolutely. That's a big piece. Funding for quality control infrastructure.
Give me an example, like for cassava.
Okay, cassava. Instead of just selling the raw roots, maybe helping them produce high-quality starch or flour.
Things you can export.
Right. Things that need proper processing, specific standards. Same for fishing, better preservation, maybe cold storage, meeting international safety rules.
Okay, I see. And wood, not just logs.
Definitely not just raw timber. The idea is sustainable practices, yes, but also producing, say, furniture, finished goods, value-added products.
That focus on standards, on quality, that seems crucial for actually getting into export markets.
It is. And it helps reduce reliance on imports, too, if you can make good quality stuff locally.
Right. It's not just making more, it's making better. But, these things always face challenges.
Always. Implementation is where the rubber meets the road.
So what hurdles might this $25 million arrow face in Liberia, given the context?
Well, infrastructure is often a big one, isn't it? You need reliable power, decent roads to move goods.
True.
This grant does apparently link to wider EU support for infrastructure, which helps. Market access is another, which the quality standards part tries to address.
And making sure the money gets to the really small players, the ones who need it most.
Yeah, that can be tricky, reaching the informal sector. But the focus on local financial institutions and these incubators, that's designed to create more direct pathways, hopefully bypassing some traditional barriers.
Okay, that addresses some potential pitfalls. So wrapping this up a bit, this 25 million is part of something bigger, right?
It is. The EU already has, over 62 million committed to other projects in Liberia, public finance, energy.
Right, so this fits into that broader picture. It's aimed at improving the whole business climate, really.
Making it easier to do business, boosting exports overall, not just in these three sectors eventually.
So stepping back for the final thought.
Yeah.
What does this tell us about development aid more broadly?
Well, I think it shows how these strategic partnerships can work best when they're focused.
Targeted.
Targeted, exactly. Focused on specific sectors, building local ability from the bottom up. That seems like a powerful way to drive real growth, real self-sufficiency.
Ambassador Dupre mentioned it fits with Liberia's own plans, too.
Right. Alignment is key. And helping improve the rules of the game for businesses, access to finance. It all connects.
Which leads us to a final thought for you, our listener.
Considering what we've talked about,
Yeah.
how does understanding the specific targets of an investment, like cassava, fishing, wood processing here, how might that change how you view global development efforts? Does that focus give you a different perspective on their potential to really build independence? Something to think about.